West Pole, don't know what causes it. Magnets or something? I think I can taste the fillings in my teeth. Time to go to the soup stock load. I also got a caged canary. It's hard to be scared of anything with this little guy always chirping a cheerful tune. A pool of boiling soup. You see 3 different sized bolts on the side of the elevator, which are all very loose. There's a sign that says 3,200 pounds pressure required and some sort of gauge which currently reads 0, whatever that means. Pile of tailings smells a lot like onions. I'll have to come back to that. Sitting in the shade of a rocky ridge, looks like some poor traveler must succumb to the heat. As you move closer, the skeleton is holding a book. As you get close enough, you see it's a copy of the long-felt translation of Dante's Divine Comedy. You notice that the skeleton is in fact reading it, turning the pages and making little notes in the margins with a pencil. Excuse me, here's my light. Talking skeleton. Sorry, took me by surprise. Divine Comedy, it's about heaven and hell and so on, right? Mm-hmm. Is it accurate? I'm making corrections. You know, most skeletons I meet just sort of hiss and attack me. Because you won't leave them alone when they're reading? I assumed it was more because of them being rabid, mindless automatons. You might find how rabid I can be if you don't stop bugging me. You get back on your horse and leave the skeleton to his reading. He seems grateful. Reboot Hill. Don't worry, it's just paint. Alright. Is there supposed to be something here? Oh. That would explain it. You see the ghost of an elderly woman holding flowers. She seems lost and depressed, above and beyond what's expected for a ghost. Howdy, ma'am. Is there something I can help you with? Oh, it's so awful. I can't remember at all. Let's start the beginning. Well, you see, I had 4 daughters. They married 4 brothers, the Smith boys, and after that, they each had $5 of their own. Unfortunately, I've outlived every one of the 24 of them. You know you're a ghost, right? Oh yeah, in fact, I died here in this graveyard, where they're all buried. I came to visit them, and I suppose my poor old heart finally gave out. That's not the problem, though. 95 years is a pretty good run, after all. So, what did you forget? I brought this bouquet of flowers to put on my favorite granddaughter's grave, but I can't remember which one of them was my favorite. I'm so ashamed that I can't bear to leave until I remembered. I see. Well, maybe I can help you figure it out. Oh, thank you. I appreciate that ever so much. Can you remember anything about your granddaughter? I'm quite certain her first name ended in a vowel. Okay, anything else? I remember I was 40 when she was born. Oh no, 37. Or was it 42? Must have been somewhere in that range at least. Anything else? Oh, her first name was longer than her last, just like mine. I remember she wasn't buried next to any of my daughters. She passed at the same age as poor Becky, who was always in such ill health. Oh, her favorite hobby was knitting. She gave me a lovely sweater for Crimbo just a year before she died. That's all I can remember. I'll be back in a minute. Oh, right, dearie, I'll be here. Oh dear. That's a lot of grays. Ended in a vowel, and her first name was bigger than her last name. Madeline? No, she wasn't buried next to any of her daughters. Billy Spider McKinley. Turned out to be way more than one. Wise old Jed Mamote. This time the bar ate him. The ground here seems reasonably soft. Alright, let's dig him up. Mamotskin cap. His hat's original owner was a crack shot, but he lost his gun in a card game and got eaten by a bear almost immediately afterwards. Peggy Immortal. Kind of ironic. Biff Bunkerson. He's a real butt face. Big Bob Hurlingham. Gone to the big pie-eating contest in the sky. Tripe pie. Pie crust filled with intestine. Just goes to show, one man's nightmare of garbage is another man's dinner. Snidely Crandallsworth. Sort of like a Benjamin Button kind of thing. Annette Centebaum. Tried to eat her way out of a bear. Clean Willie hates. Willie's gonna hate this burial thing. Buck Jeansley. Nobody ever saw a man die that way before. Oh my. Looks like there's a whole gang buried here. Here lie the sweet gang. May they never wake up. Ooh, sweet sword. The sword used to adorn the grave of the sweet gang. Now it adorns the faces of your enemies. Briefly. First name in the vowel.